Yeah. What if? All right. Yeah, that ain't clickbait. That ain't clickbait. You know, it could be. It should be. But it really wasn't designed to be that way. But I know the title brought you to this video, and I couldn't wait. I couldn't even wait to pull over, because I'm thinking to myself, you know, because I've listened to so many people, myself included, doubt things. You know, now I'm a believer in the story of Jesus Christ. I believe in that story. Most people believe in whatever they believe in. So whatever you believe in and whoever you believe in, what if that person or object or whatever higher power was real? All right, I'm not saying real in the sense of mentally, imaginatorily real. I'm talking about you can walk up to it and touch it real. Think about that question. All right, so what I'm trying to say is, to go back to the title of this video, what if Jesus was a real person? Okay, like now real, not in the story what your great grandma told you, what you read in the book. I'm talking about physically. We can walk up to her right now and touch and hug and listen and walk and do everything that you read about or heard about was real. And this particular person is doing everything in their power to make it happen for you, you know, and me. And they're actually a real person, you know, like this is the real, like I'm talking like real physically touch real. I'm not trying to get into a whole I know he's real. He's real to me, and he should be real to you. I'm not trying to get into one of those discussions like that. I'm saying, like, if you can pick the phone up and call anytime you want, and actually hear a voice on the phone, and actually did out. Now, that's the real I'm talking about. Now, I want myself and everybody that's listening to this video to think about that for a second. And when things are great, all the bills paid, you got everything you need, all the wants, desires, whatever, life is great, you know, it's wonderful. Then that Jesus, or that higher power that we believe in, is 100% real, right? So why, when we, and I'm talking about the people who call me, talk to me, how come, and myself, how come when things are not so great, all of a sudden that higher power, that Jesus, you know, in your life is not the same? How come that changes? How come that changes? That is a question. That's why I said, what if it was a real, now if it was like, think about your best friend you grew up with, whoever it is. I got a best friend, we've been friends since like second grade or whatever, and I can imagine how he would feel if, when things was bad, I shunned him. I didn't talk to him no more. When I'm in my way, when I'm doing my things my way, and all he wants to do is just help out. He wants to reach out and say, I got you, let me take care of this. And I just turn around and say, nah. You know what I'm saying? Or I ignore his phone calls. He's calling me, but I'm just gonna hit ignore every time he calls. But then, you know, when I need him for something, then I call him. This is what I'm trying to say. Like, this is how we treat the imaginatory, the faithness. This is how I see it's being taught, as if somebody's coming back, when the fact is they're always there. Ain't nobody coming back. They always there. And most people try to get their life together before that person comes back. It's just the same situation with family coming over for dinner, out of town people, whoever, somebody's coming over, not just family. The first thing, you taught, some of us are taught, is make sure your house clean, when in fact everybody knows that house should be clean all the time. Not that super duper spick and spat clean once every 2 or 3 years. And everybody listening is probably guilty of that as well. So anyway, just think to yourself, take this message, because I'm taking this message now. What if Jesus was real, like a real physical person in this day and time? Not the biblical stories of everything, which that is where faith comes in play. At you have to believe those stories. That's why it's called faith. That's why it's called faith. You have to understand and believe those stories, in my opinion. But just take that to things. Every time things are going not so great, imagine to yourself that, wow, Jesus is a real person. What if this was happening right now? And so just take that, man. I done rambled enough, 6 whole minutes here. But I wanted to get that off my chest. I hope you found some value in this. Found some value in this. And if you got any questions or comments or whatever, man, go back to your books and do like I do. Get 3 or 4 books. Get a reference book out. Don't just rely on just one specific book. Get that book and go to a coordinates and go to the dictionary, and then find out who wrote that dictionary, and then read up on that dictionary, and then and that's how you really study. That's how you really study. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I want to go ahead and promote something. I do that all the time. I grind differently. T-shirts made on demand and ready in the next 2 days. Probably the next day if you get there early enough. You know what I mean? So anyway, I got the hook up, and we grind different over here. We grind different, but keep in mind, if your higher power was real, a real physical person, would you treat them the same? If your higher power was a person that you could see physically, would you treat them the same? I'm out. One love.